Assalamu alaikum, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. Good afternoon, esteemed guests, dear friends and comrades. Although my name is Miss Sheikh SABA, but in fact I am a marooned Kashmiri woman who has suffered as a mother, a daughter, a wife and a sister. Over the years, as a Kashmiri, I have found myself enslaved and encaged, but now I have found wings to fly in a high sky, and for that I am thankful to the men of great Indian nation. Women are centric to any development of human being. From ages, the women have not only contributed towards the development of human race, but has been implemental in shaping the civilization towards achieving just and peaceful society. The woman has, in the process of development of human civilization, been also at the receiving end of the conflict between humans. She has continuously suffered as Moj Bene Tukur. As a clear look at the human history would indicate that man has been the initiator of conflict, confusion, chaos, leading to eruption of warfare among the human. The domination of man, being the initiator of conflicts, has rendered the woman with wounds from which blood has been oozing since ages until date. Man has, with his patriarchal mindset across the length and breadth of history, has tried to dominate humans and has endeavored the redrafting of boundaries of the dominant to enslave the woman and inflict upon her ruthless pain and misery. Today, a look at the world scenario will reflect that conflicts, more particularly the armed conflicts across the world, have resulted in pain and suffering of the woman. The woman continues to suffer not only of the conflict, but the way and the manner men preceded the figure of woman. In some parts of world like Afghanistan, the woman has suffered as a consequence of the image which has been evolved due to religious indoctrination of men. We know a number of examples due to which woman has suffered, like there has been a ban on education due to the religious indoctrination. Any challenge to the said religious indoctrination has been fought by the man with power and infliction of pain. Malala Yousafzai may be a woman who has been lucky enough to get into the limelight, but millions of Malalas continue to suffer and remain submerged in conflict. The situation in Kashmir has not been different with respect to women in recent past, though the tracing of history of Kashmir would find us ample of examples of the role which has been played by women in shaping the Kashmiri society. We have had enormous women scholars, poets, politicians, etc., who have been at forefront in shaping the image of women in Kashmiri society. To name a few, the figure of Queen Vida, who ruled Kashmir from 979 to 1003 CE. Although being physically incapacitated, she was considered as a great ruler owing to her clever political strategies. In 14th century, Lal Ded was the renowned poet and saint of Kashmir, who through her mystic poetry was able to elevate the status of underprivileged Kashmiri women. In 20th century, in shape of Raja Begum, the melody queen of Kashmir, we had opportunity of providing great artists, educationists and multi-purpose professionals. Women in Kashmir have been active participants in political movement, whether against the Dogra regime or against the tribal invasion of late 1947 in the form of Women Self-Defense Corps. Alas, all the figures who we could recollect were from the times of peace and tranquility of Kashmir, with imposition of and forcing of armed conflicts by neighboring country, Laldeds, Raja Begums and Dr. Girjadars have at once stopped to visit our land of peace, brotherhood and tranquility. Today, we all yearn for the revisit of these saints, and all we require to know to ourselves is that we have the courage to recast and to make our society colorful by giving our best irrespective of the adversaries we are faced with. The conflict may have left the woman as a wailing mother, a widow, a raped body and whatnot. But looking at our rich past, we still are able to throw out the conflict creators and the people who are meant to inflict pain upon our society. At the same time, we also need to understand the difference between a friend and a foe. Women in Kashmir, having remained at the receiving end, have also a higher stake for bringing back the environment of peace, brotherhood and tranquility. Women are more likely to direct post-conflict resources to the reconstruction of public institutions and provision of service critical to long-term stability, including schools, healthcare services, clean drinking water and judicial system. As an advocate and social activist, I will always fight for spaces to which Kashmiri women of diverse background can sit together and decide how to move forward with peace agenda. We have to push for women participation at every step, from the start of peace process to the constitutional process. The determination of Kashmiri women always makes me hopeful for the future, and young women's infusion in peace building will create sustainable peace. And for them, we need to reiterate that Kashmiri women have now stuck to the slogan, Hamlavar Khabardar, Hum Kashmiri Hai Tayyar. This slogan was created by brave Kashmiri women of Women's Self-Defense Corps in 1944, and we still are saying it, and I'm sure that the coming generation will also keep the spirit alive. In the end, I would like to play a nazm which is dedicated to all the brave Kashmiri women who have who are struggling and who are at the forefront. This is dedicated to all those females.
मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज को हरा, इस जलवाए बेपर्दा को पर्दों में छुपा, अय्याम जुदाई के सितम दे, जफा दे, बेताब न हो मार काए भीम और रजा दे, खोल आंख समी पे, फलक देख फिजा दे, मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज को है तेरे तसर्रुफ में ये वादी ये कतान, ये गुंबद अफलाक, ये खामोश, ये कोह ये सिदरा, ये समंदर ये दावान, थी पेश नजर कर तो फरिश्तों की तरह, आईना शाम में आज जफ्ती अदा दे, खोल आंख समी दे, फलक दे फिजा दे, मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज को समझेगा जमाना तेरी आंखों के इशारे, देखेंगे तुझे दूर से गर्दों के सितारे, नापैद तेरे बहरे तखय्युल के किनारे, पहुंचेंगे फलक तक तेरी आंखों की शराब, तामीर खुदी असरे आहे रसा खोला जमीन थी फलक देख फिजा मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज को खुर्शीद जहां ताक की जो तेरे शरर में आबाद है एक ताजा जहां तेरे हुनर में जचते नहीं बख्शे हुए फिरदौस नजर में जन्नत तेरी बिन तेरे खून ऐ बैतरे गुल कोशिश पैगम की जगह खोला जमीन दे फलक देख फिजा मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज को नालिंदा तेरे ऊँट का हर तार असल से तू जिनसे मोहब्बत का खरीदार असल से तू पीर सनम खाना इसरार अजल से मेहनत कर खून रेज़ो कम आजार अजल से ऐ रात में तकदीर जहां तेरी रजा देख खोला जमीन दे फलक दे फिजा मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज मशरिक से उभरते हुए सूरज सा देख
Thank you. Jai Hind.